to another matchday video here on Brentwood Town TV. Tonight we switch focus to the Essex Senior Cup as we host Step 4 side Maldon Tiptree under the lights at the arena for the fourth round clash. The Blues will be looking to respond after Saturday's exit from the Isuzu FA Trophy, a dramatic tie where we pushed National League South side Hornchurch all the way to penalties. It finished 4-2 in the shootout. As the saying goes, penalties really are a lottery. But there's plenty to be proud of. The performance showed once again that on our day we can match anyone on the pitch. As for our visitors tonight, Maldon Tiptree have had an impressive start to their campaign. They sit third in the Isthmian League North and have only lost just one of their league games, with 3 games in hand over league leaders Felixstowe and Walton. They've also enjoyed a memorable FA Cup run this season, reaching the first round proper, but they eventually came up short against League One side Port Vale. So it will be a difficult test tonight, that's for sure. A bit of club news, we're back on the road this Saturday for what is likely our longest away trip of the season against Chichester City. There are 10 spaces available for Club 24 members on the team coach, bookable now on Fanbase. It's £25 for adults and £10 for under 18s who must be accompanied by a paying adult. The coach departs the Brentwood Holiday Inn at 10:30 AM. If you're parking at the hotel, please make sure that you register your vehicle with the club at least 24 hours before departure or check in at the reception on the day. If any vehicle is not registered, you may be subject to a fine of which the club will not be held responsible for. And don't forget, our women's team are back in action here on Sunday as they take on Southend United ladies in the league. The girls are in fantastic form, scoring 16 goals in their last 2 games. Goals and entertainment are guaranteed with Brentwood Town, so come down and get behind the team. But for now, attention turns back to tonight's action. Let's head over and take a look at the team that Keith Rowland has selected to face the Jammers. Keith Rowland makes 5 changes to the side that featured on the weekend. Ramel Aarons-Royal, Sam Park and Jesse Olukolu come in from the bench. Manny Ongorinde makes his return since his injury against Ramsgate in October. And you may notice a new name on the team sheet. George Holley comes into the midfield. The former Peterborough United and Chelsea midfielder has signed forms and is straight into the starting 11 for tonight's game. The full lineup reads as follows: Melvin Minter in goal, a back 4 of Ryan Reid, Captain Matt Cripps, Ramel Aarons-Royal and Andy Freeman. Addy Cole, Sam Park and George Hollier in the midfield, with Jesse Olukolu and Benis Favidar supporting Manny Ongorinde up front. The substitutes tonight is Danny Ogunle, Charlie Edwards, under-23s defender Louis Gibbons, Kaimani Thomas and Alejandro Machado. Let's take a look at the lineup for Maldon Tiptree tonight. Tommy Dixon-Hodge is in goal, Captain Jack Corley partners Tom Eastman in the back, Louis Dunn is in the midfield, Courtney Senior is on the wing and Macaulay Bon is up front. Stay tuned for the matchday highlights and post-match reaction, and as always, come on you Blues.
Good evening and a big warm welcome to the Brentwood Centre Arena where Brentwood Town entertain Essex neighbours Maldon and Tiptree in this Essex Senior Cup clash. A good cup run is always nice, but you have the feeling that both these clubs want to be there or thereabouts in their respective leagues. Come April, Sassy scored a wonder goal against Brentwood Town towards the end of last season. Reid, that's going to fall into the path of Egbrail, pulls the trigger straight into the Brentwood side netting, but that's a positive start from the Jammers. Reid, it's a nice ball into the box, looking for Favidar, just couldn't get his head onto it. That's a nice cross from Ryan Reid. Dunn. And I come right into the path of Dunn. We might find the head of Bon. Oh, good header. Great header from Macaulay Bon. Maldon and Tiptree 1 up. That's a really, really good header from a standing position from a very, very experienced striker. Brentwood Town 0. Maldon and Tiptree 1. Corley. Looking for Ara Smith. Cries of handball, referee unmoved. Senior. Allen, back to Senior. Senior might have a drive, does have a drive, but hasn't got the power and the shot to test Melvin Minter. Cole. Favidar. Oh, that's a lovely ball to Cripps. Cripps to pull it across. Good defending at the back from Macaulay Bond, corner Brentwood Town. Sassy. As the captain Corley. It's going to fall to Senior. Oh, great goal! Great goal! Well, they might play at Port Drive, but you can't beat a bit of Senior service. That's a gem of a goal from Courtney Senior. Brentwood Town 0, Maldon and Tiptree 2. Freeman. Brentwood Town could just do with one ride on half time. Cole. That's a nice ball to find Vevidar. Vevidar got the shot away. Didn't really trouble Dixon Hodge. Cripps. Bond. Finds Egbury. Egbury to put his foot through it, but well over the crossbar. Dunn. Finds Egbury. Egbury might have a drive. Oh, he does! 3-0 Maldon and Tiptree. Tyrell Egbury, really good strike. Gets it onto that right foot and harrowed it into that bottom left-hand corner. Brentwood Town 0, Maldon and Tiptree 3. Reed. Park looking for Ogan Grinday. Good block from the captain, Jack Corley. Park. Crossfield ball. All right, short. It's going to come to Sears with the drive. Pass a post from Freddie Sears. Reed. Ogan Grindy, good defending again at the back from Corley. It's given away to Vevidar. Holly to drive it, stings the palms of Dixon Hodge. Senior to whip that into the mixer, defending by Reed. And fall to Sears, deflected and pass a post. Reed. Pass cut out. It's given away to Vevidar. Vevidar looking for Ogan Grinday. Ogan Grinday! The flag's up on the far side, it's not going to count. Sears. Egbury with the drive. Not enough to trouble Melvin Minter. Edwards. Reed. Brentwood Town looking for that consolation. Reed. Edwards. Olakolo into the penalty area. And the effort over the bar by Park. And that's it. It's all over here at the Brentwood Centre Arena. It's finished. Brentwood Town 0, Maldon and Tiptree 3.
Keith, defeat here in the Senior Cup, but I think considering the changes to the squad and the quality that Maldon had, I think just one of those nights.
Yeah, we knew after Saturday a real physical, competitive game that we had to rest a few, and then obviously the Essex Senior Cup is important. It's an important cup, but obviously I'm not too despondent about the result. I really ain't. We put the young George in tonight, Parksy, we wanted to give Parksy 90 minutes regardless. We wanted to give Ben us as long as we could. We wanted to give Jesse 90 minutes. So quite a few people we wanted to give 90 minutes regardless. And we've been quite good at the rotation this year. So we were pretty adamant that we wanted them to play. And yes, Maldon's game got called off at the weekend, and would they have gone as strong as they would have if they hadn't had a game of the weekend? Probably not, but they've got a big group to select from in the league below, and they know that it's well documented about their budget and stuff like that. A little bit about, probably we were slightly less last year, a lot less in terms of budget last year, but yeah, you know, I kind of get it. So at the end of the day, I think probably this year more than last year and the year before. I think the cups were a great distraction for us in the league below. This year, it's turned out a little bit differently. You know, I actually looked at the draw Hornchurch got. Now we mightn't have got the same draw, but Dover away, that's a difficult one. I looked at that game and I thought, oh, do you know what? Well, we've got, and I'm sure Hornchurch have got the same. We've got, the league has caught our eye. You know, we have done well in the league now, and we still want to do well. So the longer it's gone on, we've sort of stepped away from the cup competitions and thought, because we've done so well in the league, and that's a fact. So tonight was one of them. It was a bit of a, you know, we never want to lose a game of football, and we don't want to lose the game by goals, you know. But I actually thought the first half was quite a tight affair. You know, they got into our box twice and scored. I thought we were quite good in certain areas, but then with lads who haven't had a lot of 90 minutes, so they got a bit fatigued.
Yeah, I think it was after it was like 2-0, 3-0. I think it turned into a game where just okay for players to get minutes in their legs. You touched upon like Jesse and Ben Ass, you know, Manny Ogunrindi as well. It's his first appearance since Ramsgate, so it was good for them just to get full 90. Well, not for Manny full 90 minutes, but minutes in the legs.
Yeah, and we've picked up a few niggles as well, you know. And again, this is where the competitive side of the league above, when we've gone into this league, the competitive side of it, the physicality in it, you know, it's non-stop. You know, we have to train, and the way we want them to train is important as well. So the step up in the league. I mean, I spoke to one of the Hornchurch coaches on Saturday, and he said the biggest thing what they found when they got promoted is they had a squad of 20 players, and they used every single one of them to win the league. And I thought that was quite you know, important thing to say. You know, obviously again, Hornchurch are well documented having a fantastic budget when they got promoted, but we're finding our feet. That's 100%. We're finding our feet, and I think we've done really, really well up to this point. So I didn't want us to step away from, after obviously coming out of that little blip, a week of 3 games, but then we bounced back against St Albans, a terrific performance and a terrific win, and then Saturday's game was a real good game of football, real good cup tie, you know. And I couldn't speak more highly of our players, because all I asked them before the game was to compete, every single one of them, and I said to them it was very important that we didn't have anybody we couldn't carry anybody at the weekend. I made that really, and I didn't. Every single one of them stood up to the game. Tonight is a little bit more different, and I hope people accept we're not too despondent by coming out of it. I hope our fans accept that, because we got to travel to Chichester at the weekend, another journey, and then lucky enough next week we've got a break until Friday night, so we're going to look to recruit, look at a few of the injuries, see who we can get back. We've had a bit of good news about Louis tonight or yesterday, so that's pleasing that we will hopefully get him back a little bit earlier. You know, you talk about Louis, you talk about Max, two players who've been really consistent for us. Max has been in and out, but Louis' injury has been a bit of a blow for us, you know, really has. But we're hoping to get him back in December. So we got to look at the positives, and probably I think a lot of us had a bit of a hangover after Saturday's game in terms of how big it was in front of a good crowd. So I accept that as well. So listen, we're not going to overthink it. I wish Maldon all the best in the next round, in the quarter-final. But for me, we've got bigger things to look after. We really have now, and we've got a big January coming up, never mind going to December. So we want to stay in it as long as we can to get into January and see where it takes us from there. We're going to take groups of games and see where we are after that, and then go again.
And it's finally going into Chichester on Saturday. I think one of our longest trips we'll make this season. We've done a lot of travelling as well with Whitehawk and Lewis. Yeah. They don't concede a lot of goals. So what are your sort of thoughts going into that one? Looking forward to it. To be fair, it's a club or a ground that I haven't been to before. So we're looking forward to it. It's a pitch like ours. Well, there's no reason why we're not looking forward to it. We've won 11, drew 2 and lost 4. So why would we not be looking forward to going to this game on Saturday? It's ridiculous for our players not to look forward to it. So, and that's all we'll do. We'll again, like I said, we'll regroup on Thursday night. We'll train well, and we just go again. We go again as a group. You know, there's no reason why we shouldn't be enjoying it at the minute. Manny, 3-0 loss here tonight in the Senior Cup. Tricky conditions, considering a lot of changes to the squad, but how did you find it out there?
I feel like we started the game well. We started moving the ball quick, well across the pitch. I just felt like when they got the goal, they might have knocked a bit of stuffing out of us, and then they scored a worldie as well. So I feel like we did all right, but it's just a thing where we made quite a lot of changes. I've just come back from injury. A few players are just coming back from injury. Obviously, it's no excuse to lose the game, but I feel like we played well, but they just had a bit more quality than us at the end of the day, and they punished us.
And obviously for you personally as well, it's your first appearance since Ramsgate where you had that head injury. Yeah. Can you talk us through that and how your recovery's gone? Yeah,
so the injury was a bad one. I had to go to hospital. I had concussion. I was swollen, but the injury, I got through it. I was out for a month, but obviously I'm back now, so it's good to have my first minutes in the legs. Hopefully can get fitness and get up and running this season.
And obviously I think after that first or second goal sort of went in, I think it sort of turned into a match where it was more about fitness and just getting fitness into some players' legs, weren't it?
Yeah, it's just, you know what it is, the gaffer told us don't make it a game where it just gets outside, where they win 3-4, 5-0, but obviously we tried to get back into the game second half, but they showed their quality. They just kept moving the ball, and we had a few tired legs out there, and they punished us and scored the third goal.
And obviously on Saturday, a long trip to Chichester. I think we've made some very long trips in this past month with Lewis and Whitehawk as well. So what are your thoughts going into that one?
Yeah, our thoughts is just the same. Dust this down, we go again. Thursday we train how we normally do, and then we'll travel together, the boys, in the morning, and then hopefully we can get the win at Chichester, because obviously we've played 2 hard away games. We beat St Albans. Unlucky to lose against Hornchurch at home, so we just want to build momentum again. You know, that's the bread and butter of the league, and hopefully we can get a win on Saturday.
And it's not going to be an easy one either. I mean, Chichester, they don't concede a lot of goals, really, so we have to be on our game, aren't we?
Yeah, we've got to. We know what we need to do. We've got to move the ball quickly. We've got to try create chances, and when we do get our chances, we've got to punish them and hopefully score.
Full time here at the arena. Brentwood Town 0, Maldon and Tiptree 3. Goals from Maculay Bon, Courtney Senior and Terrell Egbury send the Jammers through to the quarter-finals of the Essex Senior Cup, while the Blues now turn full attention back to the Isthmian Premier campaign. We're back on the road this Saturday as we travel to Chichester City. Tickets are available via the Fanbase app or directly through Chichester's website. A big thank you to everyone who came down to support us tonight. We really appreciate it, and thank you to those for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a moment of Brentwood Town action this season. See you in the next one. Goodbye.